We had lots of friends and family members ask us why we wouldn't sell the house ourselves, because we know the house so intimately. We designed and built it ourselves. No one can really talk about the house with as much enthusiasm or attention to detail as we can. But the reality is that it's not enough just to be able to tell a story about what the house meant to us. You have to be able to find a narrow slice of buyers that are compatible with that story. It's a different profession, and we saw in them an opportunity to trust them to do what they do best. I would say anyone that works with them in the future should be very comfortable, very confident that they will deliver for them on that front.
How did you first hear about Jen and the team?
I was in the house and Jen came up and introduced herself to the kids and asked if their mom was home. I heard what was going on. I came out and I met Jen, and she just sort of randomly pulled over and just came right to her house and asked if we had a realtor, and I said, well, that's funny, like, no, but we're not really ever going to sell this house. And she was so warm and lovely. She was like just very refreshing. Like, I just thought, this is just a wonderful person. And that was that. I took her card, and normally I would throw these things out, but for some reason I hung on to it. And when it came time and we started realizing that maybe we did want to move, we thought of her, and so we reached out at that point.
From your first few meetings with Jen, what was it about the team that made you decide to trust them with your home?
They showed a very clear interest in learning about our house. They weren't just interested in selling our house, they were interested in understanding our house and really absorbing everything that we had to share about what went into designing it, what made it sustainable, what made it unique. And not just learning the words so they could repeat them to another buyer, really at heart understanding what makes the house tick and what makes us tick and why we had to approach the house this way. We had very high expectations. I think they exceeded those expectations. I mean, in hindsight, when we look back at some of the numbers we talked about in our very first meeting and where we ended up, I'm like, what happened? That was amazing. How did we get there?
What has this experience meant to you and your family?
Well, I had no idea that our kids would ever love realtors so much. Our kids are just over the moon about the whole team.
And instead of it being like this crazy, stressful time you just want to end and be over with, we enjoyed every step of the process. It's still stressful, obviously, selling a home. It's a big move, but like, we just have such wonderful memories of the entire experience. It was great.
We'll always have beautiful photos of what we did, this lifestyle video showing kind of, the character of the house. And those are going to be great mementos that don't typically come as part of that process.
How would you describe the team in 3 words?
Capable, caring, and
creative.
Creative. There we go. C's. 3 C's.
Tough to narrow it down to 3 words. You can get carried away with saying nice things about them.
What was your favorite memory throughout the whole journey?
How, independent of any prompting, Jen engaged our kids. She made an agreement with them about keeping their rooms clean through the sale process, and it was just a bit of a token agreement, but it made them feel important, like they were a part of this whole process too, that their house was being taken care of by somebody who cared.
Like, on the same day that the house sold, she went out to the store and finished off her contractual agreement with the kids and brought over these little presents, and they lost their mind. The kids just love her so much. And Josie was so sad that she would never get to see Jen again. She was like in tears. It was so sweet.
That combination of kind of bedside manner and professional capability was a really nice thing to experience. Our next adventure is taking us to Vancouver, and one of the first things that the kids asked was whether the realtors would be coming with us. So if that doesn't say something good about them, I'm not sure what else will.